Hello and welcome to the Maharashtra Brief, where we bring you all the top stories from Mumbai and Maharashtra. There's also the Maharashtra Brief playlist on NDTV's YouTube platform. And if you're looking for all the news from Mumbai and Maharashtra, this is the place you should be tuning to on NDTV's YouTube platform, the Maharashtra Brief. Let's move ahead on the show. Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena leader, Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, speaks to NDTV, sends a message to the BJP, says follow coalition dharma. Heartbreaking visuals from Nanded in Maharashtra. A young man is killed for being in an inter-caste relationship. The woman who was to marry him applies vermilion on her forehead, and him, even after he's dead, says she's married to him. And the anti-pollution measures of the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation are paying off. So grab for measures to tackle pollution lead to the improvement of air quality in the city. Let's take a look at a top story. Now, the rift in the Mahayuti, the alliance that governs Maharashtra, is out in the open. And of course, over the last few days, we've seen comments, even from the Shiv Sena side and of course the BJP side. But today, Eknath Shinde, the Deputy Chief Minister, spoke to NDTV, and of course, he says that he has a message for the BJP, and that is follow coalition dharma. My colleague Abhishek Avasthi reports.
The elections to local body polls in the state of Maharashtra has led to rift in Mahayuti wide open. Mahayuti alliance, which consists of BJP, Shiv Sena and NCP of Ajit Pawar faction, are contesting the local body polls individually. Now, at many or majority of the places, they are contesting against each other. And most importantly, when it comes to the widening rift between BJP and Shiv Sena, which is all out in open now, there are, credit war when it comes to the Ladki Behan scheme. We see Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis making a statement that until your Deva Bhav is the Chief Minister, no one can stop the scheme. On the other side, Eknath Shinde, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, clarifies and says that I was the Chief Minister when the scheme was launched. In fact, there are statements and counter statements at campaign trail against each other being done by Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde against Devendra Fadnavis, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. In fact, we hear the statement being made by Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar, who has also made a statement that I hold the key of the Tijori, the safe of Maharashtra, and he also made a comment that if you not vote for my candidate, I will not give you the funds. This type of campaign is going on, and at the same time, the poaching agreement has been breached, is what we understand. Earlier when they were poaching from Shiv Sena to BJP, BJP to Shiv Sena, then Chief Minister took cognizance of it and made a point that no further poaching will take place between the two parties. But the recent induction by the BJP from Shinde faction has again flared up the entire issue, and Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde had made a clear-cut statement that we as a party are following alliance dharma, and we accept the others to follow the same who are into alliance. The clear-cut message to the BJP has been given by Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. Moreover, today also a raid was conducted by Flying Squad of Election Commission at Shahaji Bapu Patil, ex-MLA of Eknath Shinde camp, and definitely speculations were arised over it. Though Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said that necessary inquiry should take place, and what is the truth behind it will definitely come out. But we need to understand the Mahayuti alliance partner, which are together when it comes to Vidhan Sabha, assembly polls or Lok Sabha polls, are fighting against each other in many of the areas, constituencies for municipal council polls or municipal panchayat polls. And this campaign is going to be, where the rift has come out wide open. And tomorrow the elections will take place, and we'll have to wait and watch out for how does it pans out in future. With cameraman Sandesh, Abhishek Avasthi for NDTV.
Now, this is a story that's been on focus in NDTV all day. And this is a sad story emerging from Nanded in Maharashtra. Days after Saksham Tate, a young man who was killed for being in an inter-caste relationship, The woman who was to marry him, the woman who was in a relationship with him, finally applied vermilion on his body. She blames cops for provoking her family members to attack him and blames her family members for the death. This is a sad story. My colleague Sujata Dwivedi has more.
A murder entangled in a love story where the girlfriend performs the marriage ritual with the dead body of her boyfriend. This case has come up from the Millat Nagar area in Nanded, where after the family members of the girl killed her boyfriend, that is when the girlfriend decided to spend the rest of her life in the name and by calling herself the wife of her boyfriend who was killed by the family members, notably the brother and the father of the female, after which the entire incident has now gained light in the area, where the police has now registered a FIR against the family members of the girl who were involved into first harming and then opening up fire on the dead body, on the body of Saksham, who had recently been out on bail. And while Saksham and Achal were on the verge of making their relationship public, that is when the family members decided to first put up terms and conditions for the guy to ensure that he stays with her family rather than the girl leaving her home and going there. But that is when things turned up fragile, and that is how Saksham lost his life. But here it is not just the girl but the family members too who are now demanding stringent action, whereas the girl is now demanding death penalty for the shooters and the killers of her lover. Now that's not it. It was during the final rites and the processions that were carried out at Saksham's home. That is when Achal reaches there, applies turmeric and vermilion on her head and decides to live by him and his name throughout her life. Now this matter, again a matter of honor killing, has now gained grounds, and currently it is on one end the family members trying for stringent action against the shooters, whereas it is the family members of Achal who say that this was what they decided to do, and do they have any regret about it or not is something that the police will investigate and take up action accordingly. But at this point, honor killings, which are not so new for Indians, especially when it comes to the caste-based marriages that happen, where inter-caste marriages are often not allowed, and if there is still a sort of forcefulness that happens, that is when the family member either kill the boy or the girl who are involved in that relationship, which we saw happening in Nanded. What exactly turns up, and are the family members of Achal punished or not? And that is what Achal too demands at this hour, is something to watch out for. From Mumbai with video journalist Praveen Jirohit, this is Sujata Dwivedi reporting for NDTV.
Thank you, Sujata, for those details. And yes, intercaste relationships are something that still lead to incidents like these, and the question really is, when will India rid itself of these social evils? Moving on to our next story, and this perhaps will make Mumbaikars a little more happy, and this is of course the air pollution figures in the city are improving, and the quality of air is also improving because the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, or the BMC, has applied and implemented what's called GRAP 4 measures. Now these are measures to tackle air pollution, and the city's air pollution has gone down, the air quality has improved. These measures were implemented last week and the results finally seem to be showing. My colleague Sujata Dwivedi has more.
Visuals show a layer of smog behind me with visibility literally being minimal. I'm reporting from the city of Mumbai from Marine Lines, where GRAP 4, which is the Pollution Emergency Control Protocol, has now been applied. Reason being the increasing construction sites almost in every area, right from South Bombay to the suburban parts of Mumbai, has now taken a toll over the city's clean air. Here, usually in the morning, you'll see at Marine Lines where tons of people come out to jog here to ensure that they get good health. But with this entire visual, it is clearly visible that because of several high pollution pockets, it is becoming difficult not only for the traffic moving slowly through the haze, but also none of the joggers being present here at the marine lines, because already the city's air at present is unbreathable, because of which under GRAP 4, which has now been applied in several high pollution pockets in Mumbai, including that of Mazgaon, Deonar, Malad, Borivali East, Chakala and Andheri East, including Navy Nagar, which is very close from this region. And under GRAP 4, multiple of these construction and dust generating activities have been halted, and dozens of project sites are now under strict surveillance. The BMC has already issued a stop work and shutdown notices to over 50 construction and RMC sites across the most affected wards. Now, what you see in front of you are all of these under construction projects, not just one or two, but almost the entire stretch is full of these projects which are currently under construction, and because of which the dust that gets generated from these sites lead to the deteriorating air quality index. Earlier, the BMC did have plans where they had either issued a shutdown notice of work for these the construction sites, or stop work notice, or at least given them an ultimatum, but yet the situation doesn't seem to be improving, and because of which it is now time to apply GRAP 4 in this region. Earlier, usually at this construction sites, there are these green nets that are usually put up to ensure that the dust does not move out from it. But yet, to intensify the enforcement, flying squads too have been deployed in every ward. Now, these teams, they include engineers, police personnel and GPS-tracked vehicles, all monitoring compliance with the pollution control norms. Now, during recent inspections, 70 sites were checked and 53 were found violating the dust control rules, leading to the immediate notice. Across the city, AQI levels have repeatedly stayed in the poor or to the very poor or severe range, leading to widespread smog, low visibility and growing health discomfort. Either people and Mumbaikars are complaining of burning eyes, throat irritation and breathing difficulty, especially in sensitive groups. Now, meanwhile, it is the Mumbai Congress which has released its Mumbai Clean Air Action Plan, through which they propose a plan to Mumbaikars to ensure that the problem of pollution is curbed. It is either the marine lines, or be it the Shivaji Park area, or several of these grounds where usually in the morning children come out to play, or people head to their offices from the usual local areas. But today it is getting difficult for Mumbaikars to work with the burning eyes and the sore throat problem which is being caused because of such environment, because of such atmosphere around them, because of which it is now important for the MPCB as well as the BMC to ensure that Mumbaikars breathe clean air. And what more measures are being taken apart from these construction sites to be shut? What more ground level activities are done to ensure that people breathe clean air is something that the BMC needs to work upon and for us to watch out for.
That's all we have on the show tonight. Thank you so much for watching the Maharashtra Brief on NDTV's YouTube platform. You'll find all the episodes of the Maharashtra Brief on that playlist. And for all the latest news from Maharashtra and Mumbai, stay tuned to the Maharashtra Brief on NDTV's YouTube platform. For all the latest news and updates from India and across the world, keep watching NDTV.